just thought I'd run through a legacy league for a change. So I've been out for a few weeks. I just had shoulder surgery, so I'm in a sling, but I thought I'd start recording again and just trying out legacy again for a while. So I think this list is definitely not the most competitive list, so still mono white. I think most of the other D&T legacy decks have moved to black white with Foxes and particularly Orcish Bowmasters, but I was just trying to stay true to mono white. So the list is pretty standard, but there's probably only a few kind of call outs, and most of them are kind of concessions to Orcish Bowmasters where it's kind of not standard, so they're kind of not standard things. So first one, so Giver of Ruins. So I like having that extra consistency of having like a proactive 1-drop. So I think when D&T moved from the 60 to 80 card, doing some of the mass, they lost a lot of that consistency, so we kind of upped all of our 2-3 mana slots, but we didn't actually change, so the 1 mana slots stays the same. So I think when I worked it out, it was we're only kind of 54% to play a kind of proactive 1-drop. If you don't add some extra ones besides the kind of 4 Giver and 4 Aether Vial, so swords are not really a proactive 1-drop. So I think adding that Giver kind of brings it back to almost the 60 card consistency of having that 1-drop, and particularly in legs, I always feel quite far behind if my first play is a 2-drop and then just immediately gets answered, but this way a much more consistent 1-drop, and then potentially it gets taken out or it kind of pseudo protects my 2-drops. So the other things are Orcish concessions, Orcish Bowmaster, Ethersworn Canonist. It's again just a 2/2, but I like its effect of just 1 spell per turn, so it's quite good against kind of combo and can be recruited. Other things are probably not that standard. Extraction Specialist, but I still find that quite good, particularly in the Orcish Bowmaster world where they're taking out all your X1s, just to bring that back. And then this one probably should go, but I quite like it. Thalia, big Thalia. So again, 2 toughness, concession Orcish Bowmaster is quite good against so Sneak and Show, which is not as relevant, but 4th Erlingus. So if you can be able to protect Thalia, and with a 4th Erlingus effectively kind of does nothing, so they get their tokens but they don't take the Monarch, which is quite good. So I think everything is pretty standard. There's no real other surprises. Yeah, so I'll go for the league. Let's go for the games. I think I'm kind of midway through a legacy game, a league at the moment, but I'll show the completed ones. That was from here. I'll just run through. I have this first one. I don't think I played particularly well, so a good starting hand. So Island Pass could be anything at this point. So I'll just play plains so I don't get wasted. And then now you see it's quite a slow affinity start. So getting Thalia down on counter is quite a big deal here. I think I am, but then I've got Karakas, which I can just bounce it. Effectively nullifies it. So yeah, I think in this game 1, if I recall, I play around Chalice on 1 the whole game, and Chalice on 2, but I do make a slight error later on. So I was going to bounce the Chalice here. Yeah, it must have been in game 2. Yeah, I think it's in game 2 where they have a Chalice on 1 and Chalice on 2, and I do play around it, but then I do something quite silly, but this is not a keepable hand. Its hand's okay, but it's not great, particularly if they do play Chalice on one, but fortunately they don't. I think in this second game they do kind of prison me out a bit, but I eventually get through it, but the one notable kind of misplay. So yeah, they look as if they're just in the Urza Saga kind of route, which is a bit scary, but we do have swords. Yeah, so piffing Heretic Vial is quite annoying. This is where they chalice, so I'll just fire off these swords. They've only got 3 cards in hand, but then my hand's not brilliant, particularly with the Vial piffing needled. So I can only really play a Lion Sash, which is not great, but it's not too bad. I do like Sash. It's one of the best cards ever, but I just like its versatility. Yeah, this is where it gets quite scary. I'm surprised actually I won this game. And then Sai, I'm happy just to immediately Solitude this before they can get any value out of it. But they're up to 4 cards in hand. So it doesn't look good from this point of view, but I'll start to chip in with Lion Sash. Got a compression mode bit. They've got 2 ancient tombs. Thalia is not bad. So I'll just practically that, just get a bit more damage in. But yeah, it doesn't look good, but so they got Piffing Needle by Vial, Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2. So draw swords, not good. I can attack quite freely and I can keep pumping this Sash, which does actually, I think their life total does become quite a factor with this pressure and the 2 ancient tombs, so it starts to turn around slowly, and then the size a bit scary. And then the Otawara, of course I can't replay it, so it's really not looking good. So here, yeah, oh dear, yeah, here's where I make a mistake. Obviously I've been playing around Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2 all game, and I think I overthink this, and I should just get a Loran of the 3rd path and then destroy either probably Piffing Needle or potentially Chalice on 2, but for some reason I overthink and I get Kataki, which of course I can't cast, so I play around it all game, but then I recruit completely the wrong thing. Oops, I'm pressing yes as if I'm in the game, so I get a Kataki, but it works out okay in the end. But yeah, that was definitely a misplay. But they're not really doing much. They're on 8 as well, which is quite key. So I draw another 1-drop. Says put Yorion in hand. Not much else to do. Your hand's full of 1 and 2 drops. And this is where I'm cursing myself that I got the Kataki. Not thinking. So here I figure I'm going to sacrifice my Thalia, otherwise I'm never casting this Council's Judgment, just trying to draw land, and I'll just take out the, and now I've got Yorion, and I can actually get, so I'll do this before they can draw any kind of removal for my recruiter. So I decide to reset the Vial, just because it can unlock my hand full of 2s. They get a Shadow Spirit, which is a bit annoying because, yeah, they can kind of regain this life. But here, so I can Loran, and then I can just actually Vial in this. So just being careful not to. Yeah, so yeah, their Chalice of the Void went. I'm not sure. Oh, on 1. I can't remember how it actually went. It must have sacrificed, but I'm not sure how. So it did unlock my 1-drops, which was quite good. Yeah, so it's got a lot of pressure and they're gaining life back. I think I'm still okay because I've got Kataki coming in. I love Kataki. I don't think everyone plays it. It's probably not the best thing, but it feels so degenerate when you play Kataki on a board like this. It's just like glorious. So what are they doing here? Ah yeah, so they just Otawara, I think which is fine. Because once I play the Kataki I'd probably be wishing that the Otawara had that. Or at least kept up it for spell bomb, and then oh, look at all those triggers. I think this is the point they give up. They're just like, oh. Surprisingly, actually, they sacrifice all their creatures. I'm not sure. I feel like they could just get rid of the chalice and the tricky eggs. 3 of their lands are ancient tombs, and they're on 4 life. So yeah, quite a nice one. To the next one, so it's this one, okay. Yes, I do quite like Legacy. I definitely encourage anyone who just plays modern D&T to definitely try and give Legacy, but I kind of made the transition probably about a year ago, and yeah, I definitely prefer it. I kind of come and go from Legacy to modern just when I get tired of one. This one's quite nice. So their first land is a Triad Arbor, so I just plough that. And still not sure what this is at the moment, so I think I just go mana efficient here and play Ethersworn Canonist. I'm not sure what it is. But then yeah, it kind of transpires, it looks like it's kind of Cradle Control. And here, I think I get blown out, but I think I'd always get blown out. He's got a weird pump spell, yeah, Invigorate, yeah. I don't normally see that just in like your standard Cradle Control. So I just get a Skyclave to get rid of this Fiend Artisan. And then we got the Bowmasters, which is annoying, but I'll just take out that Fiend Artisan. I think I take them off, but they do have a, I think, into natural order, which is tough. I think remembering this opponent, they were very aggressive with their snuff outs. They tended to use the snuff out on the Skyclave a lot, which I feel like was kind of a mistake. So I just immediately take out that Atraxa. Actually, I'm not too far behind. All things considered, considering they just got an Atraxa. Yeah, I do need to get rid of this guy's Cradle. But yeah, Grist is always an issue. But here it's fine. I can actually attack the Grist with both, and I've got Eiganjo up, so I can take that out and port down the guy's Cradle. So yeah, they had the Once Upon a Time off the Atraxa. That's Yorion in hand and port down again. The Aether Vial's not the best draw here. So I'll just take this. Yeah, so they're natural order, but I'm not sure. Maybe they didn't have anything else in the deck. So that first one probably shouldn't have. And to be honest, I felt like most of the games I won here, I felt like I didn't really deserve it. I think it's still quite a tough matchup. The Cradle Control, so this is a bad hand. No, I don't keep this. No, oh, I do keep it. Okay, I think it's probably with I figure having the Solitude. Yeah, I suppose this probably is keepable just, and then luckily I do draw the land. So I think it's probably quite an aggressive Solitude, but I just don't like when they have the turn 2 Grist. I feel like the game just kind of spirals away. Let's just slow them down a little bit. So they're not constrained on mana at all, but I think the next turn I just want to keep up Containment Priest to stop any kind of natural order business. So I draw land, which is good. So there you go, Grist. Yeah, Grist is tricky. Here, yeah, I can't ambush that with the Exalted trigger. So I go Containment Priest, looking to tack down the Grist, but they do have an immediate snuff out. But I can just Skyclave the Grist, which is quite good. Yeah, here, yeah, they snuff out that. Which again, I think that's a bit aggressive. But I guess it gives them more attackers. And I guess is another creature for a Gaia's Cradle, so maybe it is correct actually. But yeah, nothing in hand. It's looking okay, but yeah, I think I do lose this one. It's hard with I find with these matchup that you're kind of always on a knife edge, because if they top deck Natural Order or even Craterhoof in this, they can kind of hard cast it, and you're just dead immediately. So it says as soon as they top deck it, so you're just kind of living in fear. You can try to do as much as possible to. Let's try to remember what I do here. Yeah, because there's not much I can really do. My Containment Priest is already used up, but I think here they just hard cast the Craterhoof. And I can Solitude it and I can put Cauldron, but I think the Craterhoof mass, I didn't work it out, but I think I was dead. I did everything I could. So yeah, just Green Suns. It's Green Suns, Natural Order, Craterhoof. And yeah. Got to the last one. I keep on doing this if I'm blank. So let's see. Yeah, so this hand's not amazing, but it's definitely not putting it back. I think I just hard cast Stoneforge here. Another Skyclave is quite good. I think just generally any removals are quite good against them. Opt for the Jitte, because I anticipate they probably will take out Stoneforge, so I don't want to get caught. It's not really about racing, and yeah, that's fine. Here, try to remember why the Skyclave. I go for the attack. And I guess those block, but I thought I might as well, because I think I intend to take out the Ignoble Hierarch here. Yeah, because I can take it Lemur next turn, just taking. Yeah, so I think I'm wanting to keep them off 4 mana so they can't just immediately Natural Order. I think that's my main concern. And I think from here it's just, now that they're at 4 mana, just keep them off creatures, so the Swords was quite a nice draw, so I can just take out everything here. Yeah, so they do get the Gaia's Cradle, but I can just, yeah, so I did that, I think I Skyclave first, so they'd have to react, and I can Field of Ruin, the Gaia's Cradle. So again, yeah, they snuffed out my Skyclave with a 1/1 under it, so I don't know if that was, I don't think that was correct. It gives them a creature, but I think the kind of green creatures are key for them, so I'm not too worried about the 1/1 illusion. I got a Dryad. This here, green Sunseeing for 2. Fiend Artisan, okay. I do need to find an answer for that. I'll start to tick up, and that's quite nice. So this is, yeah, again, the attacks. I'm happy to trade with the Fiend Artisan. They snuff out the Skyclave again, so if they had held that, then my Flickerwisp wouldn't have been able to flicker something, so I can flicker the Stoneforge now, and then get Kaldra. So yeah, I think those snuff-outs were very aggressive, just on Skyclaves, which are not particularly that useful. And now they're under real pressure. Yeah, so I think they fiend darted in for a Bowmasters, but that's kind of fine. They're still top decking. Still a green Sunzenith is still quite scary at this point. This is quite nice. I can put Yorion in hand, and I've sort of Karakas up as well, which is quite nice. And then they're just relying on the top of their deck now. Let's see, what did I get here? Ooh, natural. But yeah, they get an Atraxa, but they don't have any mana left. So I think I'm okay in the end. That was game 2. So 1, 2, 3. And game 3 is the destroyer of all death and taxes. 5-0s. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to play Giver here. So again, just nice to have that turn 1 consistency. Something that's going on here, and then Doomsday. And there's just, there's just nothing I can do. So I think they just win on this turn. So I was thinking if I get to untap, I'm slamming the Spirit of the Labyrinth, but it's just not good. So yeah, not much to see here. I do able to take a game from them, so I was close to the 5-0, but it's such a tricky matchup. There's just nothing you can really. I bring in the free surgicals, Mindbreak Trap, to Deafening Silences, but they don't really do that much. So this hand, I decided to keep. It's not great, but I don't think any hand against Doomsday is great. So I turn to Thalia. Oh, that's going. I think I do draw a surgical here, which is quite good. And I'll just go for the Stoneforge immediately. And then just try to put pressure so I can just get the Kaldra. So the personal tutor for Doomsday is quite good, so I can surgical to make them shuffle, which is quite good. So I'll play the surgical before I do the Stoneforge around days. And then yeah, they just quit from that, but I can't get the last one they do win. It's just tricky on the. I think they either turn 1 or 2 me, and I think I kind of that hand's not keepable. That hand's not. Yeah, I think I decide. I just on 6, but I tried to get the. They got a turn 1 Doomsday, and I think. There's turn 1 me here, so yeah, there's not much I could have done really. I've had to mull for about 1 Mindbreak Trap, which I think I will go up to 2. I used to have 2, but I think combo's gone down a bit, so yeah, it happens sometimes. I think you just have to get used to this with Legacy, that you just can't beat everything, and yeah, I did 1 game, so 1, 2, 3. That was the 4th game, so I was 3-0, so oops, sorry, I'll just do these. So yeah, I think I was 3-0 when I was playing Doomsday, but sorry, this was the game before. I think I played it out of order. Should we recap on this one? That's a nice hand. Oh yeah, I think I remember this one. So I was like, that's weird. Wasteland, go. That's okay. So I couldn't really figure out what this was, so I'll go Mother. And this is quite wild, so they go Elvis Spirit Guide, Simian Spirit Guide, Violent Outburst. So has 2 rhinos on the turn 1. It's a bit scary, so I was not liking my odds at this point, but I'll play through it. So no blocks. So Solitude is an excellent draw here. So I can take out 1, and I can kind of afford to take a hit, so I just get rid of that other Mother. It's not doing that much. I'll take the hit, because yeah, next turn I can play big Thalia. And then here's quite strange, though. I don't think the opponent is particularly familiar with big Thalia, so I should double block, and I don't think they knew. You probably knew little Thalia had first strike, but yeah, from here it's too bad. Yeah, it's interesting, the Rhinos deck, I don't think I've ever actually lost to it, and like I said, I've probably played it at least half a dozen times. I don't think I've ever lost it. It's weird one. You think they would be able to just kind of cheese you out with like a turn 1 double Rhino, but it seems to be quite a good matchup. Here, yeah, it's a not bad hand. Just hoping they don't have any turn 1 again. So Deafening Silence. It's not great against the Shardless Agent. Yeah, because obviously Shardless Agent's a creature and then I get Force of Vigor, which is a bit scary. My hand's not looking great, and again, Ethersworn Canonist is kind of the same thing that Shardless is an artifact creature. So here is quite good, so they force it with it, but I do have the Karakas for the Minsk and Boo token. So he goes for a sacrifice, I'm just going to immediately Karakas that. And then Hardcast Specimens for it, guys, is always a good sign. So I think here I'm just going to play in the control game, so I just port them. Port them off the red and the volcanic. I can just get rid of this immediately. And I think here I misclick, and I was going to try to block the Simian Spirit. I've ended up just getting oops in the chat. So I think here they try to make a token and sacrifice him, but I do have the I just use the path on the Simian Spirit Guide, and they actually don't have another basic. So I think here I can just take out the mints quite safely, and I don't have to worry about that. And I just put Yorion in hand. And it's quite a clean game, so I do get Brazen Ward, but I think that is the win. So that was game number 3. Yeah, because I was going into that the Doomsday one 3-0. So the legs say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an okay hand. Yeah, grindstone here. So this is mono red painter. A bit dodgy. So I do have this. That was an excellent draw of the mother just to get a turn 1 play. I do have the Emrakul in the sideboard, so they got painter here, so they can activate it next turn. I do have Solitude, so I think at that point, yeah, I didn't want to Solitude here because they can hold up with that 1 mana open. This is like Hydro. Hydro Blaster, I can't remember, but counter target blue spell, so I don't want to do it there. So I think here I don't play anything, but I port them, which kind of forces them into, if they want to try to activate this to get the easy win, I suppose, tapping out. I port the, I'm going to play port the City of Traitors, so they go for it as I anticipated they would, and I can just Solitude in response. Yeah, because game 1 on this is quite tricky, particularly without Emrakul on the sideboard. But here with the extra land, I'm happy just to keep on porting the City of Traitors. It's quite a good land to port. Just takes them off mana, and then to play another land they have to sacrifice it. So I can just kind of be patient, just port this turn, and then next turn I can play Stoneforge. And Swords is quite good here. I can just play a Stoneforge and just get the Kaldra, just the pressure, and then just keep porting. And next turn I probably just want to ideally draw a land, but yeah, I didn't give up at that point. It's not looking too good. So I think they're the only out was that kind of relatively easy win. So the Emrakuls come in. So with the Emrakuls in, I'm just not scared of the so you don't draw the Emrakul. I'm not scared of the Painter combo. And once you take out that element, it's a lot less scary. I think you're only really concerned about like Fury. It can be. So I brought in the Containment Priest, so it means they can't like flash back Painter Servants or Phyrexian Dragon Engines. But here I think I'll just take out the Saga so they can't do any Saga business. So they actually do that, so they discard 5 and draw 3, which I was quite surprised about. But maybe they're thinking they can just discard the Painter Servant and get it back with Goblin Engineer, but so I keep Containment Priest up just to stop that line welder. I think they don't do it proactively, so I'm happy to do Containment Priest first and they don't react to it. And here just actually I get the Sash just in case anything happens with Containment Priest. Yeah, so they can bring back an artifact, but then they can't bring back a creature because of the Containment Priest. So here I just figure I'll start to pressurize the... What have they got here? Oh yeah, they just tried to mill me. Yeah, because I think if they mill me then they can activate their Goblin Welder if they... because they can... it swaps an artifact. I can do that against the opponent as well, so I think that's why they're trying to mill me. It's not just value mills, but luckily I don't hit any artifacts. So here I can just exile their stuff. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Surgicals, not bad. So start to get aggressive here. Again, they tried to mill me just to get the artifact swap, and then that's it. So yes, in the end it was a 4-1, just doomsday loss, which is always frustrating. But yeah, I'm so happy with it. The mono white list still feels quite strong. Yeah, I quite like this build. There's still, I think that's the thing with the Yorion ones. You can always have a few kind of one-offs that are probably not optimal and kind of get away with it. You won't really see them. They're only kind of recruiter targets. So you can have here kind of yeah, like Thalia, big Thalia, but still quite enjoying. Like I said, the modern. I'll probably do a bit more modern, but thanks everyone for joining. Sorry for the break, and yeah, please subscribe and yeah, let me know if you want to see more legacy content. I'll probably keep on doing a bit of both, but thanks everyone.